C's Truth Channel.
Hey guys, thanks for coming to C's Truth Channel. Today I wanted to talk about the gematria numbers for the God of Israel. So the gematria numbers for the God of Israel is 322, 666, and 111. And that would be the Hebrew, the English, and the simple gematria. So just some examples of what these numbers represent. The number 322 represents the skull and bones, which is often called Order 322, or the Brotherhood of Death. The number 666 is the number of the beast, as well as the number of a man. The number 111 is an activation of life's purpose and a divine purpose. So here are the phrases which have an equal value to the gematria numbers of the God of Israel. Planned pandemic, red horse, vaccination, mark of the beast, image of Satan, a COVID vaccine, receive a mark, the archons, and witchcraft. So if you go to Revelation 18:23, it speaks about sorcery. And sorcery is witchcraft. And sorcery is called medicine. Now let's take the number values and place them in the Strong's Concordance for the words and definitions that follow these numbers. Number 322 is anadiknumi, to lift up anything on high and exhibit it for all to see. So, in the real world, this conduct is generally driven by a need for external validation, often labeled as narcissism, vanity, or a glory hound mentality. Number 666 is afur, which is dust and ashes, in the sense of covering, bandage, and concealment. 666 is also the number of a man, Adam, whom was made of the dust or the ashes. This was after the first Adam in Genesis 1's kingdom was destroyed by the first beast, being Elohim. When the Lord made Adam number 2 of the dust / ashes, he concealed the light of life within him and covered it up. This is why Adam number 2 no longer was in the image of God, being Elohim, because his light was concealed, his chief cornerstone taken and replaced with a pudenda. This is why he was told by the serpent, if you eat of it, you will be like God, because Adam number 2 was no longer like God or Elohim. Number 111, athematos, which means unlawful thing, shamefully wicked, abominable, and lawless. In Proverbs 8:22, wisdom speaks of the works of old. In the Strong's, works is number 4659, and its origin is number 6466. And that word is pow, which means to do evil. Take the words of wisdom and then take the definitions that these gematria numbers tell, and you can see that it is not what we thought. And it never was. The Lord did an evil thing when he did this to Adam in the garden. Now, if we add the Lord's gematria numbers together, we get the number 1099, which is belima, which means nothingness. Belly of belima is number 1097 and means corruption, ignorantly, for lack of, failure, and destruction. The Lord Yahweh is not Jesus, nor is the Lord Yahweh Jesus' Father. Now, the Lord Yahweh had something to do with the making of these bodies, yes. Did Jesus have a body? Yes. Therefore, the Lord Yahweh had something to do with the body of Jesus. But he is not the Father of his Spirit. I believe in the loving, just, merciful Father, whom does no evil, nor does he tempt any man to do evil. To say that he does these things is to give the Father the fruits of the devil. Remember, only the thief comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. How can we possibly say that it is our Father in the Old Testament who came to seek, to steal, to kill, and to destroy? How can we say that this is the Father of Jesus? Jesus said he does the works of his Father. Therefore, if Jesus done the works of his Father, would he have not done the identical works of Lord Yahweh? This is something that needs to be looked at. It needs to be considered. If you do not believe people who are trying to piece together the scripture, look at the numbers, look at the definitions of those numbers, bring yourself to a conclusion. We certainly wouldn't worship Charles Manson. So I don't understand why people want to worship a Charles Manson type God. I thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great day.